Taurus, this is your monthly reading, and we have here a midnight romance going on as well. Dream oracle. I think this is bedtime already. Bedtime stories as well. There is fairy gems, at least if you're in Europe. Maybe it's like evening stories for somebody somewhere else than in Europe. But anyway, here we are for Taurus monthly reading. I'm trying to bring you a midnight, midsummer dream and a little bit midnight romance. So let's see what's coming. We start with the crystal. I'm always having the sacral crystals. So let's see what is the message. Taurus is getting sacral chakra. Okay. So your message is that you have to be in your power. Your creative powers, your sexuality, your like being in your kingdom, emperor, empress. Completely in your kingdom, keeping it going. Yes. There's a lot of power things here, all kind of powers. So don't fall to be martyr and people pleaser. That's the message here. Be in your throne. So now we look what sign is coming for you now in this, okay, here. Interesting. Same as Aries, but I think it's a different message. Yes, it's upside down. It's a different message than for Aries. Same position. Maybe there is like something able to see the other way this Sagittarius sign than Aries is seeing. So you are able to have, okay, let's have the second card before I start talking. So we have house is this. And planet for Taurus now is this. House and this. So we are having here a Sagittarius like in the Aries reading, but it was this way. Now we have it, your highest ideals, spiritual, mental, the rules of, and physical, get it out to the world. So while this was about understanding and wisdom for Aries, you will have also your highest ideals. Still something about, but there is some rules. You're mentally busy. Think about what's right and what's wrong. And getting out towards some project possibly. It's important. This is for the month of June now for Taurus. Hitting the target maybe, but respecting the rules. You have your highest ideals. The vision is guiding your arrows, what you're shooting. Personal power, spiritual, now house 8. Mental, the mysteries of life and a major change. This is like, in my mind, it's like kind of phoenix rising from the ashes. Eight houses often connected to death. And that is a change. Something is changing. It's about personal power. This crystal here is also reminding you to stay in your personal powers. There's a little bit this depth side here. Mysteries of life is now here in June. Let's see what kind of dream stuff is coming here. It's kind of mysterious also sometimes, our dreams. And we have another mysterious card, is Neptune. This is usually a little bit smoke and mirrors. Spiritual, the idealization of mental confusion regarding and physical sacrifice. But remember, Taurus, if you have to do some sacrifice is way to connect to sacred. Sometimes you have to have some sacrifice, whatever that is you make. It might lead to something beautiful. Might be even your time. You need to use your time, focus on something, and kind of sacrifice your time from your relationship to your ideals, your highest ideals. Still, there is a mental confusion because indeed Neptune is always this kind of romantic. I mean, we are going towards this kind of dreamy world now, this reading also. Maybe there is some romantic, dreamy energies, a bit idealization too. So next thing, I'm gonna, before we go to this feeling cards of your person, I'm gonna look this. So your Queen of the Moon Oracle card for month of June is protection. This is kind of nest stuff. I mean, when in Finland we celebrate midsummer, because I was connecting this reading a bit like preparing for the midsummer already. It's the biggest celebration in Finland as well, like the Christmas. And 24, we know it's like Christmas, but also often the midsummer day is 24. So there's something about this protection. I think it's about that kind of like a celebration night to keep it safe. Something like a safe and sacred. Like this midsummer or Christmas is sacred party for you. So somehow this energy is really connected to that kind of night. Something protection. This is landing on top of this kind of highest ideals. So maybe this is a very important moment in June, 24th of June. This is protective energy. Beautiful. Okay. Then we have angel card for you, Taurus. Power of prayer. Give this situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are waiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. Prayer is anyway talking to a God. It's always like if you would meditate, that will be like a listening God, but here it's kind of like advising you to actually even say out loud what you want and need, and maybe even the divine guidance. You just ask and they will help you. Just be praying, possibly. It's a good thing. Mysteries of life could be this kind of spiritual, sacred thing in your life. Then, yeah, I was talking in my heart chakra episode in the Psychic Toolkit about this free episode to see this heart chakra episode, how sacred is very important in our life. If we want to have like a heart open, we need to kind of protect that kind of heart space, like a sacred space, exactly. Also safe space in a relationship. This is also love reading. Protection, maybe it's really something about that also. How much you can create a safe space inside your relationship is a question. Then here, so a little bit purpose card. Practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. Okay, it's kind of advising you to do practice music more, because this kind of dark angel is here busy practicing some instrument. So sacrifice, maybe really to get results with your hobby or something, you need to practice, and there's some sacrifice you need to make to have that time to practice. Yes, usually artists, they need to, like me too, just keep doing my readings. I develop my skills while doing it. Practice is very important. That is anyway for June. Practice some beautiful music, possibly. Okay, so next thing before we go to this monthly predictions for Taurus, we are going to see the feelings of your person. This midnight romance, and actually it's about midnight, so it's perfectly fitting. So let's see what kind of midnight romance is coming. Taurus, Taurus. Taurus. We are calling the Taurus energy, the earth energy. What is the person thinking about you, feeling about you, current feelings for Taurus. What is it? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Bull. What is happening? What is happening? Okay. Okay, I was calling for the bull and here we have a cow. Okay, some interesting. Throat chakra. The truth sets me free. It's my milk. Oh, Taurus. Your person see you like you are like, this is my milk. Hands off. Milk is not gonna go to the floor. It's my milk. It's precious. It's my truth, my milk, my white milk. Wow. Just Taurus pile, of course, there is this cow. Oh my god. Okay. Then it has to be horns. What is then? The feeling loss frequencies. We are dancing baby under open skies. My heart is crazy. It tells me you are the one. I should run, and the feeling goes on, and the feeling goes on and on and on. Your person is on the feelings there, like, oh, butterflies, roses, Taurus. Beautiful. Okay. Marilyn Monroe, Candle in the Wind by Elton John. Goodbye, Norma Jean. Though I never knew you at all, you had the grace to hold yourself while those around you crawled. They crumbled out of the woodwork and they... What is it? Something like... In your brain, they set you on the treadmill and they made you change your name. Loneliness was tough, the toughest role you played. There's a little bit this kind of like a siren or lonely siren on a rock, like Marilyn Monroe was this kind of siren archetype. So this, how much you have to sacrifice indeed, like even changing some part of yourself, like Marilyn had to change her name, how much you have to sacrifice to get something. It might make you a star, but what if you become a candle in the wind? Like it's like just how much you are, like this is the martyr archetype here. People pleaser, how much you pleased other people. Now it's time to face this stuff, like what is your empress, emperor power? Like you have to stand firmly on your powers, not to become a martyr, like Marilyn kind of also fall into this. Giving too much, giving. It's my milk. It's my kingdom. Hands off. It's like, yeah, something like this. Moo. Okay. Then, yeah, maybe there is something about you owning your talents and owning your personal power and the highest ideals. And yes, you are firmly standing like this is me and this is my art or something, like you are like claiming, or like it's advising you to claim it more, even stating to this. So God, it's my milk. It's my divine milk. I claim it, but I mean, maybe you ask help a little bit to protection, to keep your heaven safe, because angels don't live in hell. Yeah. Then Dam, Geminis. It's a wonderful, wonderful world, and this is a tarot reader I listen to. Oh my god, as Gemini. I mean, this is a Gemini season, so interesting is coming, but this GDS Tarot and Music Entertainment, he is just somebody who I wrote in the card because he happened to be able to make my day sunnier by being this kind of singing tarot reader who always sing and is I think really the music aspect you could also turn into this channel, maybe to see if those readings are something for you, because you have some music related thing coming on here also. Might also cheer you up to hear those songs, what he's saying. Anyway, root chakra. I trust in good. I allow it to enter my life. So this duck is wanting to be going in the good ways. When your person see this kind of like you are like this trusting good dog, then divine timing, trusting divine present moment is perfect, feeling impatient, patience, virtue. Okay, this trusting duck is trusting also to, a bit like a Donald Duck is trusting to, or Ines is trusting the divine timing. There is something about that now in June. It can be, maybe you could, yeah, this is divine, and the power of prayer is also here. Magic of you. So you tick the boxes. Company of one. This is one book about how to be a business of one. So you can have inner and outer resources, matrix of the mind, creativity, intentions, action, power, manifestation, skill, magic, willpower, gifted artist. I think this gifted artist is coming here, but there is this warning, a bit like a candle in the wind, like if you give too much, it's become a sacrifice. You sacrifice something. So just pay attention a little bit. There is totally magic in you. So show your gifts, practice also. Question to open your heart chakra. Can you experience love for yourself when you are unhappy or lonely? So Taurus, this is like you always should be able to love yourself first, not to be looking the love for whatever places. So it's you who misses you also, and your love. The love you give to others, possibly even this Marilyn Monroe was really giving, it is also needed for yourself. My battery went off, but I'm not sure if this is now the same stream. What is the title here? Can somebody see what is the title? Can I see? What is the title here? See, somebody's looking, but like this stream got it. And this was a Taurus reading. I continue. Let's put this phone back. Hopefully it's still the same. If not, there's no name here, maybe, if it's some new. Can somebody see if there is any name in this reading? Like my reading just cut it suddenly. And why? Because my battery ran off, but the charger was not good. So let's continue Taurus reading. If this is a separate recording, then it will be just named like that. It's a little bit getting dark here. Ooh. I think I feel like I need to put more light here. Ui. Can I even move here? So let's hope this Taurus reading can continue where I was. I was just talking about divine timing, and then it was like midnight and everything cut. Maybe there's some message for you, like the pumpkin wagon of the Cinderella has to go. You have to go to sleep. Like whatever spirit doesn't want that you stay up too late, they just go to sleep. But here I am, and I'm doing this for Taurus still. So maybe some Taurus has to go to sleep. That's the message. You have to hear it like that. Divine timing to sleep. Okay, there was one more feeling card here. Charles Bukowski novels. So I have listed here from 1971 until 1994 interesting novels that you could read of Charles Bukowski. Post Office, Factotum, woman. What is it? Horn on rye, Hollywood, and pulp. The person anyway see, maybe there is some Charles Bukowski kind of poet abilities that Taurus, you're able to kind of like play with the words or be like creative, because the creativity was coming already here. But yes, I'm not aware if this is a new reading or is this still the same life that now was interrupted and continued. Maybe I see the time showing 2056, or maybe this is still the same and there is just this kind of like a pause in the middle. Maybe that's, if there is a pause in the middle and you would re-looked it, it's time for you to pray. Do something like a meditation with that time. I don't know, it just got. Let's continue. So we have here, which card first? I think we're gonna go with your monthly predictions. So just don't like the light is really like not the brightest. Anyway, gonna see what is your opportunity, Taurus, for this month. We're gonna see that first. Taurus opportunity, and then we see what is your challenge for this month of June. Taurus, what is your challenge? So opportunity is 5 of Pentacles. It's lack of money. Somebody is always having this kind of 5 is change anyway. You should have a change of the view, because after this comes the 6 of Pentacles. Somebody is generous, but this is focusing on the lack, focusing on you don't have enough. And then the couple doesn't realize that there is whole this spiritual church and world of community around who could help, and they are just not asking help. Even the man is having kind of like a injury here, and they're walking in the snow. So it's a little bit like a too much on your shoulder. Maybe a little bit falling into this martyr type again here, I was talking earlier. So is there something that somebody could help with? You don't always have to do everything alone, or this couple has to be all alone. Like usually the message is that there is a spiritual world and a lot of richness there that this couple doesn't see. So that's one thing. But they are going forward, and the next card is the Pentacle story, that it's much more this kind of generous, balanced way that you are like having possible to give from what you have. Here it's just focusing on the lack, what is lacking. But that's an opportunity. Maybe it's opportunity to see this issue. Is this really like you don't have enough money? Is this really true? And if so, I mean, the power of prayer is top of it. Something about the spiritual is that maybe you have to be open to spiritual guidance. So then you see more clear. I know that the psychic ways, being positive and having positive mindset, it's very important, because you might not hear the guidance if you are on the negative side, if your fears are wild. You should never let your fears like guide you. So the intuitive voice, that is this kind of like intuitive psychic guidance, is whispering always, whispering from your heart. It's much more tender, and this kind of, if you ask, you shall be answered. So maybe the prayer is now really to be protected in your world. You need a little bit more like a saying out loud what is missing, and focus on this kind of positive guidance that possible is around you, that you don't just see, that you're blind to it. Opportunity to start seeing the spiritual world, even spiritual guidance. It can be just a mindset shift even. The 8th house, the dead house, is also here, pointing out that maybe there's some mysteries of life that you could This really landing on this mysterious life, mysterious side of life could be giving you another kind of perspective that could be really healthy. Whatever issues you're having, that you're not totally thinking that you are not having options. You have, but what are those? Be more positively looking around. So then your challenge is, both are kind of bad cards. So this is a victim card. This is when the mother, that could be nurturing, this kind of empress, could be completely abundant, really abundant stories here. When the person falls to be like a negative thought patterns and also vicious circles, not to be virtuous but be vicious, they will trapped and victim, and they cannot see clear and all this thing. So you need more clarity for sure. That's a challenge. How to have more clarity. Maybe practicing even to do something. I mean, truth sets me free. This is also here. Completely Taurus kind of wisdom. Truth sets me free. What is your truth here? It's my milk. It's like, what is yours? You have to be maybe more stating your boundaries. What is yours and what is others? Not to fall to be victim. Not to be like a martyr. Martyr and victim is here. So challenge and opportunity and challenge. Opportunity to see the higher view on things, maybe. Okay, we go forward with this. This month of June, it's like snow in June. Overall energy, Taurus. Actually, I'm gonna take it from another card. I think I did also for the other pile. We have the kitty cards now. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. The overall energy is a month of June. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Okay, moon. Something is hidden. 18. Could be even a date in June. Something happening. 10 of Pentacles, and that is, interestingly, that this is just fears. This is actually, there is money coming. This is like a beautiful thing. And lovers. Gemini season. 2 major arcana cards. Beautiful theme. So there is actually positive things happening here. I think really you have to start to open your eyes about this positive thing in your life. And yeah, this is really a happy family and this kind of completion of being whole, having really happy family. And moon is of course hidden. Things are hidden from you. Maybe there's something hidden from you to maybe make you unsure even about things. But there was also this mysteries of life earlier here showing like this can be actually personal power. It's not so bad. The unknown can be actually friendly guide. We have Gemini season and the Lovers card. So there's a beautiful love energy here now in June. Couple energy. Even money. Not so bad. This is your opportunity and your challenge. Like you feel alone, but how alone you are because you have actually the Lovers card here. There's a choice card. You choose this way of like a higher path, like higher view on love. It's kind of this is also soulmate card. So it's beautiful union. This is beautiful union family also. It's all only this moon here is a little bit hidden. Okay, next we are getting the advice from the spirit with this kind of interesting new erotic fantasy tarot. Erotic advice for the spirit from here. Okay, listen carefully, Taurus. This is your advice from the spirit. Okay. Okay, work has to be done. There is a lot of work. But completing the project now in June, it's all about like getting the work done. Then we have also looking what you have, 7 of Pentacles. Spirit sees that you are carefully with your money, but this is anyway much better than here. This is going forward, like you are actually having a harvest time because you do a lot of work. So this is a result even of that. And then we have here, okay, Hierophant, this is a teacher. So the spirit sees that advice is like you are meant to guide other people. Maybe you feel like you have to be so autonomous always, like you have to help other people. Like you are not helped, like you are alone. But it is showing here like be the teacher, be the leader. Like we are always teaching others what we are learning. So maybe there is this kind of lesson to be learned that then even you are better in your power. And your power, it's not just emperor, you are like a teacher, like you are like sitting on your throne, able to teach other people because you know something valuable, you have some skills that you can teach. You have to be confident about this. I mean, this is of course also faith and marriage and this traditional family values. But I was also here the overall energy. So it also can be really this, there is some traditional aspect of doing things. Talk about in the first part of the reading, I don't know if it's showing here still, it's like this was kind of highlighting this kind of traditional parties like a midsummer or Christmas. This can be really important for you to have in your love relationship, this kind of thing. This teacher is here showing its kind of Hierophant. I'm gonna anyway read from this little booklet, these stories, where I just now put it because I move everything here. Where that booklet went. Let's see. If I don't see it immediately, then I don't read them because it is looking like just managed to put it somewhere. I don't know. Looks like I can't read it now. Okay, sorry about that, but I really can't see it here now. Maybe I see it later. We're gonna take first Dream Oracle advice now for this whole situation. And of course I forgot to say, this is a Taurus card. How interesting that this is your card. This is in the tarot. It's your card, Taurus. So it showed here that the spirit really sees this is your life path, to be this kind of spiritual leader. And then this spiritual thing became important also here, kind of to never forget, like there's this kind of beautiful values here also in this community, keep you grounded. So your dream, midsummer dream, now we are looking into that. I hope I find my little booklet eventually so I can read that story too, but I think I really move things too much here lately. Taurus, this one, and then the fairy card. Fairy is, you get mountain hill, reach your goals, which was also coming somewhere here also. Ideas, but this is reach your goals. And then we have interesting that this Aries at the Garnet too. You got also Garnet. For some reason, this red fairy is now lady in red, is very important. So also you, I give the same advice for Aries. Month in June, dress in red. Maybe it's like a personal power that you have to highlight. Even though I think in the traditional Hierophant card is really red is also very, very dominant. Power color, ladybug here red too. So maybe some kind of fire energy is indeed needed. It's kind of interesting. Interesting, you got the same even than areas here. So there's some similarities here. Anyway, let's read about this advice of the dream for you. I'm not usually putting so far my decks. I really would like to find this booklet. I found the booklet, okay. So actually before I read about the dream, I'm gonna read about this card still, because everyone was supposed to get a message from this advice from the spirit. Let's focus still first on that. This is my monthly reading. If you like, give me a like, because this is what I do for my community once in a month. So this is calibrate one's emotional and physical energies. Fantasy, the hero's labors. Eros, the impetuosity of passion. Action, put strength and will at the service of passion so that it achieves the greatest success and it's protected. Interesting that this above here, like below here, is also protection. Service of passion. You are really aiming for success now in June, like completing some tasks. Really get all work done so you can go to holiday. Okay, then got this one. Access opportunities and resources. The heroine before the endeavor. Eros, each new stimulus can give something or take it away. Action, assess your tools and energies before a new challenge. This is really like a harvest, looking like what you got. Then we have this Hierophant still, that was your own Major Arcana card even. I'm happy to see really like aligned with Taurus energy. And this one, Taurus reading. Wisdom in the choice of the way. Fantasy, the one who bears the voice of the gods. Eros, trust that sustains mutual pleasure. Action, share feelings and visions, so trust. So trust is really this beautiful thing in the relationship. So cultivate that. So this is from the spirit. Now we go to this mountain hill. Reach your goals. Taurus. You are an ever-evolving being in a constant cycle of growth. The challenges you face are making you stronger, smarter and more resourceful, and each challenging cycle has a beginning, middle and end. This means that the mountaintop you aspire toward resides within you. Picture yourself there with 2020 clarity, beholding the fulfillment of all your heart's desires. Keep this perspective with you as you take each step. Breathe deep as you realize the magnificence of who you are. When you take this in, mountain will move, seas will part, and the bounty you seek will lay at your feet. And what is the meaning of this dream card? Arise. Dreams of a mountain or hill represent your attitudes toward obstacles. If you dream of walking, climbing, or driving uphill, you are facing your challenges and surmounting them, doing what it takes to make progress in your life. If you are on the bottom of the mountain looking up in frustration, you may feel that life is an uphill battle, and you may be upset that your goals are taking longer to achieve than planned. If you are on top of the mountain, you are feeling victorious, powerful, clear, and successful in that you realize you have what it takes to overcome the ups and downs of life and emerge on top. Mantra: I keep my eyes on the prize, and I enjoy every step along my divine journey. This is again the mindset attitude here coming, that this might be lacking here. You have to understand this kind of positive mindset. And the Garnet is the same fairy as we had for Aries, but I'm gonna read it for you too. Just thinking, should I read it all completely? Maybe yes. Anyways, highlighting the friendships for June. Taurus, so friendships, metamorphosis, illumination, strength. The Garnet fairies are among the most available of the gem fairies. They are a convivial group, social and cheerful, banishing darkness and sadness whenever they appear. Like brownies, they are common but uncommon. Although they may appear ordinary, Garnet fairies are shapeshifters who can shift into their true dazzling form in a heartbeat. And this is like promising some easy things and strength and energy that you are mostly needed. And then still, the Garnet fairy often appears in times of uncertainty or when you are feeling alone or unconnected to the fabric of life. This is really this alone energy. And now this Garnet is here. Red also. She asks you to first look among the people and things you consider ordinary and may take for granted. For in them you may find a true strength and grounding. If you are in pain or need aid, she then goes to work on your heart, bringing light to the darkest corners, restoring energy, strength, and balance, bringing riches and joy. She is great one for friendships. To her, friends are joy, and drawing a card is often a sign that your friends are the ones you need to turn now. If you are without friends, ask for help, wear the stone, or keep it on you and see who comes into your life. Yes, this isolation has to stop now. This is isolation as a couple and isolation as a person. And this fairy here is to tell, like, to connect, to socialize. The connection is the medicine for this kind of pain feelings. So, uphill, the road is going up. So if you are like you are having this possibility to rise from this, and indeed be like a teacher kind of person, understand what you can teach for others, what you can share with others. It's also a very spiritual way to be this kind of spiritual guru that share the knowledge. It's good for everybody. The sharing is caring. This mindset might bring you very far, but looks like in June you are very focused on the work and you're very focused on what you have earned. But still, you should not forget the spiritual power of prayer, for example. Like there is some guidance available for you, Taurus. So just also be taking time for some arts or creative things, because it's showing here as well. So I think I end your reading here. I want to still do the Gemini reading, so I have to end now. But thank you for seeing it. If you liked, give me a like. Any comment can help also. Even emojis. I'm new channel. I have done this only 2 years, and I'm glad to have anybody commenting. So have a happy June, Taurus, and see you next month.